Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 7 Japanese destroyer Hatsuharu. It has 4 main guns, 6 torpedoes, 29 AA guns, and it goes 37 knots. We're on the map Hotspots, and this is Domination. So, we spawned in the northwest corner. Me and a friendly destroyer went D. And we're going to work our way towards the enemy's A cap. That will require us to go through island chains. And in island chains, usually you're going to run into other enemy destroyers. So you got to be ready with your torpedoes, because you want to kill them before they kill you. And also be ready to dodge. That's why I really enjoy this map as a destroyer, because these islands are really fun to fight around. And 9 times out of 10, that's exactly where all the destroyers go. So we're kind of shadowing our friendly. We're setting up. You see that there's a battleship behind this volcano, but we're just assuming, and there, sure enough, enemy's right there. He's setting up broadside too. We can't really throw our torpedoes out with our friendly there. Friendly sends their torpedoes out. They miss their back half, and the enemy dodges the front half. Thankfully, the enemy torpedoes missed too. And everyone crashed into islands to avoid stuff, but I never sent out my torpedoes. A friendly cruiser sent torpedoes out. I'm holding my torpedoes, and hopefully I'll kill this guy if I can get my torpedoes aimed for the... friendly kills him. He was dead either way. There was no way he was getting out of that. So we survived, killed an enemy destroyer. Friendly killed the enemy destroyer. And now we have control over the islands in between the 2 points. And we aimed based on what we saw. Shows back up. And send him out again. With the decreased cooldown, with the improvement for the torpedo cooldown on destroyers, it's a lot more forgiving to just throw out torpedoes again in the later tiers. Early tiers, that's a lot of destroyer. You're sending out torpedoes in a scenario where you have a chance, but it's not tricky. Late tiers before 3.1, you can really get that. We land 1 and we cause flooding. That's cool. But we're very close to a battleship. And probably regret not having my torpedoes again. But these guns are pretty good on this Japanese destroyer. I like the grouping. I like the Japanese destroyer uses 2 turrets for 4 guns, so 2 of the guns fire almost on top of each other, so they're very accurate. There's not a lot of dispersion from that standpoint. So we're just avoiding damage, and he dies to torpedoes. Cool. I'm gonna head on back. Maybe this cruiser is ready to die. We don't have a really good shot. It looks like he's moving at a fast rate. We pop our smoke because we know we're visible. Taking fire. And we smack him to the side again. But we're also hidden by the island a little bit, and the smoke is helping us. Here I think he figures it's okay to do this turn. But we've got a chance to move away from the island, and he's going to be close enough that we can take advantage of it. And his scout plane's right over us. The friendly dies to something. But it looks like there's another enemy on our D point. We really would like to kill this cruiser. And smoke is kind of screening. In my exploring torpedoes video, discuss this technique. This is acting as if it's an island, so he won't see it until it's right on top of him. But unfortunately, the way the torpedoes... Oh, nice! I had forgotten that. One torpedo did 10,000 damage. That's pretty awesome. I think we hit ammo or something. Let's see, he shouldn't have died in one torpedo. So that's cool. That's always a bonus. Friendly battleship is headed towards D. We don't see any enemies in the middle. That doesn't mean they're not around. Could be a destroyer just outside of my detect range. And unfortunately we lost a turret. That is the downside to Japanese destroyers. When they have 50% of their guns on a single turret, if that turret goes down, it's a lot more devastating than having 4 turrets with 1 gun each. But we're really not here for the guns, right? We're here for the torpedoes. Friendly destroyer takes A, that's cool. That's whatever. We just want to get this battleship. Right now I feel like battleships are having a tough time dealing with torpedoes. So we'll assist in that difficulty. Hopefully this battleship isn't in the way. Even though he's a big old Japanese battleship. We're taking secondary, but there's only a minimal amount of secondaries that even have a shot on us. And of course they land their shot. That's okay, we're gonna go around the island and maybe heal. Use the island to avoid damage from that friendly battleship and it'll set up a good torpedo run. And right now we're invisible to him. So the plan is to ambush. Now, a good player would probably see this coming, or an experienced player, I should say. Not necessarily a good player. I don't know if he's played this game a lot. I don't know what he was thinking, but I certainly would be assuming that the destroyer would want to do something like this.
Enemy battleship foundered.
And we hit 5 torpedoes and take them out. So we own the left and they own the right. Equal number of ships. So we've got to maintain our control and maybe get another ship to seal the deal. But the game feels pretty good.
Smoke screen set.
There was a really good post on World of Warships Reddit where a guy posted basically 3.1 changes, and they touched a lot of things that they didn't initially post in their patch notes. So if anyone wants to check that out, I'll find a link. I'll put it in the description of this video. But they basically buffed AG for destroyers, and they adjusted some of the torpedo cooldowns. They nerfed the rate of fire on a lot of US destroyers, so maybe they're pushing us towards, maybe using torpedoes primarily for both sides. I would never use torpedoes on a US until late tier, just because of the range, but whatever. I'm kind of in the shallow area. If you guys have ever seen it, This is a destroyer-only area of the map. I wish Wargaming would add some sort of indication on the mini-map. And yeah, we do it again. We use the island to kind of screen the torpedoes. Hopefully we land these on this battleship. It does have more time to react. And one of the things they changed is they changed the turn radius for a lot of ships. So that was interesting to see the information that battleships have an easier time avoiding. And it looks like he moved slow, so none of the torpedoes will hit. And it looks like we have the attention of a enemy destroyer. And taking fire, but we avoid it. We land a shot on his steering. It was awesome. We do good damage again. We kind of dodge that. We land good shot again. He's going to have an advantage right here. I think he... And this is... I don't know why he did this. I don't know why he threw away the advantage of extra turrets. But if he's going to go broadside, I'm just going to send out torpedoes and kill him.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
If you guys see a scenario, if you're in the same scenario,
Smoke
and
generator
you're saying to
starting.
yourself, I can't do the same thing. I'm always turning. I know it's coming because I want to do the exact same thing. So you need to give yourself the advantage of assuming the player will play one way. Until they change the way they play, most players are just going to be automatic with that broadside scenario where both sides, it's kill or be killed. And we're getting spotted by that bomber squadron. Hindsight, this carrier guy probably should have sent his bombers to something else because I'm going in and out of protected state, so he can't actually run his bombers over me and do an attack. And yes, the Japanese anti-aircraft guns are pretty awful. But we're getting a couple kills.
Anti-aircraft guns and secondary armament disabled.
And there's a really loud-ass annoying announcement. Hopefully they normalize that. But we just gotta stay alive. And it looks like we're gonna kill that battleship. Did we kill it? Yes, we did kill it. There we go, we win that game. Killed some guys with the Torpedo Island screening, and yeah, hope you enjoyed.